Hello and welcome back to AssemblyTV. This is the 4K compo studio. I have with me Setok. I was also going to bring Gasman with me, but he is a little ill at the moment. So instead I've managed to find somebody you may not have seen him before. His name is Dot Waffle. So welcome to the show, both of you. What did you make of the demo competition overall?
I thought it was pretty average, I guess. It was pretty good. There's some good stuff and some not so good stuff. It wasn't the best 4K combo that I've ever seen, but it wasn't the worst either.
If Fairlight win, it'd be name voting.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that was one of the better ones, but it's not the best Fairlight I've done.
Nope.
But we can go through them. I mean, the first demo, I've got the name of it here. It was Multivision by Digimind.
I've got another name for it. It's Blocky Buildy.
It was, but it had those kind of fractal effects. Each cube had some kind of extra effect going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were talking about that earlier as well, about how that's kind of similar to what 4K demos used to be like in the old days. It was just like one effect showing off the coding skills, but that really isn't enough these days anymore.
It looks very nice and it's a lot better than I could ever do.
Yeah.
But we expect a little more.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll have a look at the second demo. This was Intermezzo by Lucid. I think this one had like all the kind of plasma effects and the Bezier kind of stuff. Did you remember it?
No, to be honest.
Yeah, there was quite a few going there. I mean, there was some quite nice bloom going on, and still pretty average though. Nothing really happened in there.
Yeah. I can't remember like the first 2 years. I kind of bunch of just one demo.
Okay. Well, all right, we'll carry on then. There was the next one which had the kind of chaos noise kind of effects. This was Academic Nonsense by Make Go.
Yeah.
Basically, when I was in the studio at the time, when I came out, I could have sworn it was a Conspiracy 64K from years ago. What was the one with the big head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't do that to me.
But it just reminds me of that. It's this same kind of colour scheme, same kind of rounded stars, that kind of thing. 64K rocker or something like that, but you know what I mean.
There was a lot of colour in it, but still, I mean, the music wasn't so good, but yeah, it was early stages.
We are, of course, talking about 4K. If we were doing this 5 years ago, that would have been quite a good 64K.
That would have been shockingly good.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going back to like, when was it that the Yellow Rose of Texas came out, and that kind of changed the whole 4K scene.
Absolutely. 2002, I think that was. So it was a while ago.
Okay, we'll move on. Number 4 was Sidon by Ananas Merska. Now, I liked that demo. That was the one with the kind of there was kind of the red and white kind of Bezier effects.
For me, that was it was a bit short. I mean, I sort of like we were talking about something, and then I said, "Oh, I missed the demo."
Yeah, we were having a kind of confusing radio show discussion at the time, but didn't really catch any ones either.
I've seen better from Ananas Morska, but again, it was okay.
Okay, well, we'll move on, and we have Acid X Lepsy by TVT.
Give it here.
All right, this is a.
It's not right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it said.
You should show us the pictures.
I liked that. This was the mathematical one.
This was a really nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And TVT, for everybody who doesn't know, is actually, I think the guy's like 15 now. He was 14 last year, and he was the guy who made the oscilloscope demo for the last.
Oh, really?
Uscope, yeah.
And at the last alt party, he created a programming language based on smileys, and he created a demo for that. And so a very, very talented young little guy, and he's absolutely great.
You know when you see videos of kind of laser effects, it looked just like somebody had taken an MPEG-4 of that.
Yeah.
It was really high quality. It looked really good. I mean, graphically wasn't that good, but the effect that it generated, the actual artistry of it, I think was really good.
I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't super technical mastery at any level, but it was very nice to look at,
Very
and
nice.
Good music as well.
Indeed.
And the transitions between scenes, because it started out all kind of green, and then it switched to blue,
Yeah, very
and
familiar.
you had the blue bits come in and then dance around with the green bits,
Yeah,
and then the green
yeah,
bits would
yeah.
piss off, and then you get the blue, and then the red came in. And really elegant kind of switching between scenes. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
thoughts
one,
gone
it's
into
one
that.
of the ones that I'm probably going to vote for.
Yeah, it's definitely. Smash will kill me for this, but that's my favourite. He was begging me beforehand to give praise to the Fairlight demo. But
Yeah.
it deserves praise, but I think that one was my favourite
Yeah,
out of the lot. Okay, so we move on. This is Stick Animation Engine 4000, which was the Linux demo with the cool synth.
Before you talk, any chance either you saw from Breakpoint 2003-4, there was a 4K on Amiga by Loonies called Ikanim. And it was kind of streaming
Might
stuff or
have
whatever.
seen it, yeah.
That's the PC version of that demo. Down to the T.
You're right, but that was. I thought. Yeah, you're right. But I think that one had a really cool synth in it.
Oh, well, the music was better, let's put it that way. But,
Yeah.
I thought the Amiga one was actually more catchy, but either way,
Yeah, the
that's...
Amiga. I remember it now because it's kind of
Dun,
walking like
dun,
that.
dun. Yeah.
Yeah, do you, I guess? Yeah, that Amiga demo at Breakpoint, it kind of, she was walking around and then suddenly the beat kicked in. And
Yeah.
it was- yeah, this one, I mean, I said it on the radio show, it was proof that white men can't dance.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching this, I thought that, yeah, I've definitely seen this somewhere before. Yeah, that's the one. It was a crowd puller, really, this intro, very sort of
Yeah.
entertaining kind of thing.
But it's good.
It was nice. Didn't really do it for me, maybe.
No.
But it was nice.
Certainly a top 3.
Okay, we'll move on. We now have Mush by Shape of DCS. That was the one with the kind of the cube kind of voxel, not really voxels, but we were calling
Yeah.
it voxels.
I'm terrible with names, that's why
Well,
I have to
voxel
see the picture.
volumetric pixel is about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't using the
No.
voxel style.
Yeah, I was trying to work out, if voxels mean what they did, because in the old days for me, like for voxels were always these landscape kind of things, and I didn't know what these effects were, even
Yeah.
though I liked them, and apparently they are like voxel kind of scapes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like that effect. It always does it really for me.
I liked it. I thought, I mean, they were doing the meta balls with it. And
Yeah.
I was just getting bored, really, and there was quite dull colours. It didn't really kind of lift my day that much.
It was an old Amstrad PCW or something. It was just green and black.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. And next we have Larvae by Unknown Artists. Oh, that one had the best music and the best effects, I think.
No, you're thinking of the next one.
No, really?
Yeah. Larvae was this kind of... it looks like a Winamp visualization.
Yeah, there was one with the kind of a square with the objects kind of snake effect going on.
That was the next one.
Yeah, that was the next one. In that case, yes, Larvae's
Yeah,
rubbish.
skip this one, we'll go on to the next one.
Yes, we move straight on to Larvae
It
then.
was good, vote for it, but not as good as the next one. The next one is...
Yeah, Larvae, sorry, it's not Larvae, it's Nuclear File by Portal Process
And TBC.
and TBC. And that rocked
Yeah,
my
that
world,
was a
demo.
really nice one, and the finish to that was perfect as well. The way it sort of fell to pieces.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking it was the right one.
Yeah, it exploded at the end for a firework shower.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. There was no faults in it whatsoever. It was shiny. The music was clear and crisp.
And it's a nice kind of fake effect as well in a way, because it looks very fluid. It looks very like sort of liquidy.
Yeah.
But of course it doesn't do like sort of real liquid dynamics. But it's just like sort of kind of metal balls and a bit of clever shading. But it looks really nice.
I think it was the best implementation of that effect. It's not my favourite 4K ever, that would probably go to Atrium.
Yeah.
But that is certainly a hot contender for the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is IMC Cubes by Poavo Hard. Now, they've done a few things in the past. I didn't think it was that good. This was lots of cubes with bloom effect.
Oh, yeah.
Well, cubes always do it for me. It's not the best cube demo that I've ever seen, but I like cubes. It's probably a bit of a Borg fetish or something.
I think if you took the bloom away, it wouldn't be so good to look at. It would just be
Yeah.
spinning cubes.
Yeah.
It was one effect from different angles and different rotation matrices. It was a little stale.
Yeah, bored me anyway. So Poavo Hard have done better, so I'm not impressed with that. But anyway, go Deep Science by Fairlight. That's the last demo.
Right. Well, we were talking about. Can I mention that word on
Please bring it up.
Yeah, during this demo we were talking about Giles' anus. Apparently it was pictured from inside that particular area of his body.
It was Smash giving everyone a tour of my insides.
Really? You think anus, I think esophagus. So yeah, we're all the same with Giles.
Well, there
yeah.
there were some very dark objects in
Yes.
the intro. So.
Yeah. It was what I expected 5 years ago from Fairlight, I think.
Yeah.
They've done better.
Yeah.
You know the one where it was a load of blocks and then they kind of sprung around a bit. I think it was from either last year or the year before.
Yeah, they had those kind of soft shadows.
Yes.
I mean, it was kind of an intro that it was nice to watch and so forth, but you're not going to remember it maybe in a year, or maybe you would, but you know. I wouldn't.
To be honest, when I first saw it, I thought they're playing one video because I've seen this before.
Yeah.
It's been copied so many times, but they'll probably get a top 3 because of name voting. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it was still, I mean, it was a nice demo.
Oh, it was a nice demo, yeah.
At least a top 5, I think, for me.
Better than you and I could do.
Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap up, Setop, what was your favourite demo? Give him
I
the
think
sheet.
I think I would still have to go with the TVT one. It just sort of did it for me. There was nice visuals, good music. It's the kind of thing that you like to see at a party.
Well, you could go for the obvious and go for either stick animation engine or nucleophile. But to be honest, I was quite the fan of, and I can't even find it here, Academic Nonsense, which was the conspiracy-like one. Yes, it was a bit boring, but it was a nice design. A lot of the other ones were one-effect demos, and that was a nice design. So I'm going to give it that.
Yeah, I'd say I'm kind of torn between TVT and nucleophile. I think they were both. I mean, it's about the overall finished product for me, as well as just having a good effect. And they put the whole thing together into something that was just flawless. So that's what I think. Anyway, that's the end of this show. So I'd like to thank Setok and Dot Waffle for coming on. This is Assembly TV. The next compo up is the old school compo. Matt will be back with the old school compo studio.
With guests to be announced.
Yes, guests to be found. So thank you for watching. My name's Giles. Stay tuned.